doing sit-ups. I've been doing chin-ups. I've been doing pull-ups. I threw up once, but I'm okay now.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition, a Tuesday edition of the YSN Power Hour, powered by our friends over at Toyota of Warren, DJ, and Richie, with you on this 2 for Tuesday.
Yeah.
Big things going on tonight, Rich. When you've been prepping all day with nothing but a smile on your face. Number one, because we're covering the Archbishop Hoban game tonight. Number two, we've been listening to prank calls on YouTube all day. Up until showtime and just dying laughing.
I'm at the stop and go.
I'm at the stop and go.
So for anybody listening to the broadcast tonight, if you hear that reference,
yeah,
just look it up.
Yeah,
we can't say it on air.
No, we'd have to delete this entire broadcast, and it would never exist ever again. But for us, another great day. Archbishop Hoban gets their first kind of look at their first game under the YSN banner. You and I get to kind of christen the ship, so to speak. We're going up there to Hoban and looking forward to what I think is going to be some of the best basketball that you're going to see on the network. Your thoughts?
Oh, I 100% agree. I mean, you look at both teams. Hoban has only lost 2 games on the season. They lost to Cincinnati Taft, which is one of the best teams in Division I basketball. Mm-hmm. They've got a couple guys that are going to play D1. So that was a good game for Hoban to play, kind of go down to the Cincinnati area. So it took them a couple hours to get down there, and that snapped a 9-game winning streak that they had from the 21st of December all the way up to January 20th. So last Friday was their first loss in over a month. So a great stretch for the Knights. They're talented. Jonas Nichols is 6'4", shooting guard, 3-star athlete. Definitely must-watch TV tonight on YSN because this guy is going to throw it down a couple times. He's going to make some stop-and-go moves, and he's going to be able to get by some defenders. And you know, if you ever follow Archbishop Hoban basketball, it's a different brand than what we are used to here in Youngstown. They got high flyers all over the place. We talked about their other guard, Will Scott, who we saw in Orlando, Florida, just throwing it down with one hand, a little tomahawk jam. I mean, it's just going to be different.
So basically what you're saying is they can play out in the open, but they can also play in the phone booth.
They can play in a phone booth at the stop and go.
I'm excited for the game. You and I literally we're shutting this down at 4:00 and we are out the door on our way to Hoban. Make sure everything we can get lined up. So for the people out there, more to talk about with all the games tonight and some of the games last night. But first, what we do here in 2023, we celebrate birthdays. It's a stop and go. All right, birthdays today. Not a whole lot doing here locally, but what I can tell you is if you're a friend or you're a fan of Sweet Caroline, ba, ba, ba. Neil Diamond turns 81 today. The famous rock singer shares a birthday with someone who I'm not sure anybody will necessarily recognize. He's a guy where if you see his face, you know you've seen him in something before. Matthew Lillard. I can't believe this, turns 52. So I know Matthew Lillard from some of these wild and wonky movies a while ago. I can't even remember the name of them. But he always plays like the crazy buddy. Who else do we have here? There was one more, I thought. Oh, Ed Helms. Andy from The Office.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I'm trying to Stu from Hangover, which we're going to Vegas, so I think we should have to watch The Hangover together, the four of us.
As long as the tiger doesn't end up in our bedroom, I think we're going to be all right.
Tigers love pepper. They hate cinnamon. There's a jungle cat in the bathroom. All right.
I don't even know half these people that are on this list today.
Henry Ruggs, by the way. Henry Ruggs
Ruggs.
III turns 23, so happy birthday to him. I don't know the other people. Most of these people are like TikTok.
Yeah, they're all new
like
TikTok stars.
What in your world? What constitutes being a TikTok or YouTube star?
I guess subscribers at that point. I don't have TikTok. I have YouTube. I'm a big avid YouTuber, I guess you could say. But probably subscribers. Like,
Makes
you know,
sense.
there's certain people that have like 10 or 11 million subscribers on YouTube.
We have like 2,000.
I think that
2,700.
constitutes you as being a famous YouTuber.
I feel like we're big time because we have 2,700 people that actually follow us. Our metrics are much higher with 8 million views last year and 2 million to this point in January. But man, like, can you imagine having 11 million subscribers?
You get a lot of money.
Oh yeah,
You get a lot of money. I know, like
Mr. Beast or whatever that is.
That's exactly who I was about to say. I just watched his video last night. He gave away a $2.5 million jet after doing this 20-minute long YouTube video for whoever could keep their hand on the jet the longest. And there was like 10 of them, keeps the jet. It was $2.5 million. But he makes so much money. Like, if you ever go on his like channel and look at the amount of money he gives away, you almost think in the back of your head, you're like, how is this guy even making money?
Because he's like a dude. Like,
He's just a regular dude.
Yeah.
But apparently, like, these videos that generate so many million views, like 50 million views, he's probably making so much money from YouTube and the advertisers that pay him. Like, I'd like to see the salary that he makes
Look it up.
to give away this stuff.
Look it up. It's in there. Net worth for
it'll be
Mr.
in?
Beast. Because I'd like to know too. And I feel like at some point we look this up because this isn't the first time he's
It's
come
at
up.
100 million
That's his salary?
net worth.
Oh, okay.
CelebrityNetworth.com.
What's Dave Portnoy's net worth?
Ooh, that's a good question because he sold a portion of Barstool.
60% of Barstool.
His is around 100 million as well.
So Mr. Beast and Dave Portnoy both have $100 million net worth. That's crazy.
Yeah, about $100 million. Some say about 120.
Why is Siggy hitting the sad button, by the way, on Facebook?
He said he can't be in here.
Doors open, Siggy.
He's
Doors
busy
wide
at
open.
work.
He's making. Look up Chris Sigler net worth, 100 million.
All right, let's see.
It'd be crazy if it pops up.
650 million.
I knew he's been
doing
sandbagging
well.
us. I knew he's been sandbagging us, and he's a twin. A lot to talk about. We had what you said, 10 games on
10 games
last night. Feature presentation. Let me look at it real quick because I know what I'm looking at. Let's look at the feature presentation tonight because we have the live games pulled up right now. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. Holy crap. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 games.
19, yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, there's a lot tonight. Tuesday's big night for basketball. Always has been around the area.
That's big.
Boys Hoops is big on Tuesday night. Friday night obviously is the biggest, but you know, Tuesday and Friday are kind of the same.
Game of the night, featured game was obviously Brookfield and Crestview. Where the Rebels were able to keep their eye on that first place opportunity, showing up, showing out, doing all that they could do. 3 teams tied at the top going into Monday in the MVAC. When you look at it, Crestview and Brookfield, 2 of those first place teams, and Crestview shows what they're made of. Can they keep the pace? I mean, this is a relatively young team that is doing this, and you look at this and you sit there and you go, Coach Blatch has done such a good job with this group, and this could be the beginning of a dynasty.
Yeah, it could. I mean, they've got multiple players that score in double figures. The freshman who is doing it all,
Rhodes.
Addison Rhodes, is scoring 21 points a night, which is pretty impressive. You're right. When you look up and down the roster, they're full of freshmen. They've got about 4 or 5 freshmen, handful of sophomores, a few juniors, and barely any seniors.
Gaskins is a sophomore.
She's a sophomore. She scores 11 and a half a night as well.
And she is like on pace to break every like record there is for a big.
And you look at their schedule too. They've played a tough schedule. Like playing Girard in non-conference play and only losing by 2 is a huge loss. Like a good loss, a moral victory.
Sure.
Losing to Garfield by 11, which was closer than it looked. I mean, that's a conference game. That's a big game for the Rebels, but just to lose by 11, we know what Garfield brings to the table. I mean, Garfield's a team that's 15-1 this season. McCoy has been lighting it up, scoring 15 points a night, just surpassed 1,000 career points.
She's unconscious.
The other freshman, Mandy Cardinal, who is also having a big year for Garfield, scoring 12 points a game. Shirky, who we know, multi-sport athlete at Garfield, she scores almost 10 points a night. So when you look at that trio for the G-men, they're very dangerous this year. A lot of people talked about their volleyball team and being really good. Their basketball team is even better this season at 15-1. They're 9-1 in the conference with their only loss to Brookfield on the road. They beat Champion pretty well. That was last night. Liberty, Newton Falls, Crestview, Brookfield, Berkshire, and McDonald coming up. So they have a chance to win over 20 games this season.
So when you look at, you said that Garfield got a pretty handled Champion pretty handedly last night, 53-38. But if you look at kind of deeper into the scoring and you look into the story, it's not exactly that handily because Champion scored 19 points in the third. And to Anthony's point, pushed Garfield kind of to the limit there in the third. But the lady, do we say the lady G-man or do we just say the G-man?
I guess the lady G-man would be
Garfield.
Correct.
Garfield was able to maintain their chemistry throughout the fourth quarter and get that 53-38 win. But when you look at it, you talked about it. Mandy Cardinal, pace setter for Garfield constantly. You got McCoy as well. She had 15 points last night, did Mandy. Laura McCoy, Shirky, and then they each scored 12. So you had Zoe May scoring 6 points against Garfield. They can distribute, but they can also isolate you. If you're going to let one of those 4 or 5 girls, those starters, really beat you up, they're going to take advantage of you.
Oh, yeah. It's tough to guard a trio like that. And that's why they've been so good this year. I mean, the first time that Champion and Garfield met, I remember it was a lot closer. I mean, it was like a 1-possession game in the fourth quarter, and they were able to pull it out in the end. But, this time it was kind of the similar effect. But they just find ways to win down the stretch. When you look at their schedule, they don't have too many tight wins, but when they do, they end up victorious. So, that's a team that right now is one of the best in the MVAC. So, on the girls' side, there's a lot of similarities between teams this year when it comes to scoring threats.
Yep.
I feel like in the past, maybe we've had 1 or 2 players per team that dominate. This year, it's kind of spread. Like the wealth has been spread. Every single team has at least 2 or 3 girls that could score consistent double digits on every night, which is, great to see for the talent around this area.
I don't know who this is. Your son, maybe? Richie Giuliano Jr. says, can they stay together? One girl quit for a week. Her first game back was last night. Okay, so here's the thing. That stuff happens. That stuff happens. You say they quit. You talk about leave of absence. You talk about vacations. You talk about injuries. That stuff happens. Basketball is one of those sports. The season is so long, and you're around these people so much every day, sometimes 6-7 days a week, that you kind of get tired of it. And I'm not saying that anybody should quit, but like you know what it is when you're in close quarters with people, you need some space.
And we don't really know the circumstance.
No, we have no idea. But I'm just guessing. Absolutely guessing from that standpoint. And we don't really cover that stuff. But the biggest thing about it is, like, yeah, I think so. Because we've seen this time after time after time. Winning heals everything.
Oh, yeah.
Everything. If you're going through bad situations.
If it's the opposite, if you're 1-15 and you have people quitting,
then you got a problem.
Then the red flags start to kind of go up.
You have an issue. But
you're 15-1.
There's other situations where you look around and you go, hey, there was a bad situation. Now they're winning, and
What happened?
I haven't heard. There's no peeps
Yeah.
coming out. There's no peeps until you see the Easter Bunny.
Yep.
But no, I mean, there's some great basketball going on right now. We got 19
is.
chances to watch it tonight. All kinds of great hoops going on in the boys' world tonight. And then tomorrow, I was wrong. I said there was going to be no power hour today. I was wrong. The game at Badger is actually tomorrow. It's a 10 o'clock and 11:30 game. Girls first, and then the boys will go. And what's cool is they have the entire school come in and be the crowd. I think that is the coolest thing in the world. The only thing that I'm kind of bummed out about, the snow.
Yeah. We were looking at the radar before the show. I don't know if we'll have any games tomorrow with, the 3 o'clock start from what the weather guy was saying.
AM.
Until
noon, right?
About noon. Probably is going to freeze, turn into ice. We know that a lot of our schools have problems with getting buses for athletic sporting events. I don't think anybody's going to drive in this either. So it's going to be tough. I think we got 8 games scheduled for tomorrow on the network, but I don't even know if the kids are going to have school.
So the golden rule when I was in school was if you don't have school, you don't play events.
Yeah.
That's changed.
Yeah, because it was the same for me, like, especially at the younger ages, like middle school. Like, if you didn't have school, you didn't even practice.
Right.
But now it's like, if you cancel school, they might cancel the game and you can still practice.
Yeah. Or they move practice from where it was typically. So if you get out at 2:30, your practice starts at 2:45, or they say it starts 2:30. They'll move it up to like noon, which I'm curious.
Doesn't that make it worse?
I think so.
Like, because if you're going to cancel school, there's a threat of there being a lot of snow or a lot of ice. So for the road crew to get the ice off the road, they're going to need some time. So moving practice times up doesn't make it safer.
No, and you look at a school like Beaver Local or Crestview even, where there's a lot of territory to pick up your kids on a school bus or drive your kid in. This it is what it is, right? But like I want to know when it changed to when you cancel school, you cancel practice to, okay, well now we'll just have practice at 11:30 to 1:30.
Yeah.
Like I don't know where that was.
Sometimes they even play the games.
They did last night.
Yeah.
Southern and United went at it last night, and I believe both school. I know they at least had 2-hour delays, but I think they're both closed.
Yeah, that's always interesting to me because, like, well, the argument's always, it's 7 o'clock start. Like,
you got 7 hours, 8 hours to get, 12 hours to get to it. Yeah.
Yeah, which makes sense. I do get that in a way, but it's just weird because I'm in the same boat. Like when we were growing up, like
snow day's a snow day, man.
Yeah, snow days was Call of Duty all night.
Yep.
Wake up, play Call of Duty again.
Or in my case,
no practice.
My case, it was don't study like you're supposed to for a test. Pray to God that there's a snow day, and then still don't study the next day whenever you know you're going back to school.
Do you remember like all the rumors that would fly? Like we would have like certain group chats, and they'd be like, "I just talked to the superintendent's cousin. He said we're going to be off." And then you just wait. You just have the phone right next to you all night, and you're like waiting for the superintendent to do the like audible call where he calls every house.
That's the difference, though. Like you had that stuff.
Yeah,
I did not. I feel like such an old man. So there's something going around the internet, and lately, this isn't. I'm not taking it back to the American Online days, not yet. But there's something going around the internet, and it said, I feel so bad for kids nowadays because they'll never know that moment like the NFL draft when you see your school's name across the bottom of the screen. Like that moment, of such pure joy.
It's the best feeling you can ever get. Can't feel local schools
closed.
Yes!
I'm coming in! And then then you got like your day begins there.
Yeah.
Because you have so much time, so much room for activities.
Yep.
What are you going to do? Like you said Call of Duty.
We would all call each other at that point where, we pretty much were on the same page. Like if school's closed, and this is when phones were, I had an iPhone at this point in high school. So it'd be like, all right, texting a group message. All we're doing is playing.
Oh man.
But that was like the most simple time in your life.
Yeah, because you don't have any
responsibilities. Like a school day cancellation felt like you just won $1 million.
Oh yeah, 100%. For us, a little bit older. You're 23.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be 38 in a couple weeks. So you look at this and you go, okay, there's 15 years difference between us. Probably one of the biggest gaps is between your generation and my generation, because the back end of my generation was like the front end of the internet. So there's a little bit of old school and there's a lot of bit of new school, but that new school for me is fading quick. Like I can watch TikTok videos, don't have a clue, don't understand half of the stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
And I used to know every song lyric on the radio, Hot 101, all that stuff. Could not tell you who any of these things. Like I look at Saturday Night Live and I'm like, who in the world is that?
Even though we're 15 years apart, I'm actually in the same boat.
Yeah.
Because for me personally, I listen to a lot of country music. Yeah. I haven't listened to pop in 4 or 5 years, since I was in high school. Because you got to listen to pop or
you have to.
What else are you doing with your life?
That's it.
Anyway, outside of that, I go on iTunes now. I look up the top pop songs. I'm like, who are these people?
No clue.
And then I am actually very happy that I never got into the TikTok phase, because everybody that I talk to is obsessed with it.
I like it, but you can see Facebook and YouTube and Twitter and Instagram, they're all trying to replicate it to keep people on their platforms. But everybody's still all over TikTok. And it's only a matter of time before TikTok fades and there's something else. You can't see over there.
Yeah, I can
close your eyes, or not close your eyes, but turn your monitor off. We're going to play a little game of, these are people whose birthday is today. And you have to tell me what they do.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? We'll do it differently. We'll go January 16th of their birthday. And you got to tell me who they are and what they do. Okay?
Okay.
Who is... We'll start you out with an easy one.
Hopefully.
Pitbull.
Okay. Rapper.
Okay.
Kind of hip hop rapper.
Yeah. I'll take it. This is gonna be loose. Who is oh my gosh. Some of these I can't even pronounce. Okay, Skrillex.
Skrillex. That was a band. Like a rock band.
Like a DJ.
Yeah.
That's what they have him classified in. Okay. Who is Stable Ronaldo?
Stable Ronaldo? Not the soccer player, is it?
No, I don't think so.
I have no idea.
He is a Twitch star.
Twitch star, okay.
So he's on the sticks.
He's a video gamer.
Who is Shane McMahon?
That was WWE, wasn't
You got it.
Yeah.
You got it. All right. Wyatt Nash.
Wyatt Nash. Is that an artist?
Artist is in
music?
Instagram star is what I'm being told.
It just sounds like an artist.
Yeah.
Wyatt Nash.
Artist was so broad that I'm like, oh man, he's thanks, Brian. Let's go. Who is Stephen Bear?
Stephen Bear?
He's 33.
I have no idea.
He is a reality star.
What does he do?
No idea. He's in a Hawaiian shirt and he's got the tubular sign up. I'm gonna butcher this one. Who is Young One?
It's a rapper.
Pop singer. And I think he's with that I don't know. They have all the puppet that catchy. Just like butter.
Oh, with Maroon 5? No, that's not Maroon 5. That's
It's a long way from Maroon
what
5.
the heck's that guy's name? I know who you're talking about though.
I have no idea what this like. I love it. It's so catchy. It's K-pop or whatever.
Yeah.
Let's go with like some of these are so bad. Like I would have no shot at these. I'm trying to give you one that's like 50-50. Darren Chen,
YouTuber?
actor.
I have no idea who Darren
Mike
Chen is.
Towers with a Y. Mike with a Y.
Mike with a Y?
Yeah.
Mike Towers? Never heard of that name in my life.
He's a rapper. Debo Samuel.
Football player.
Drew Brees.
Football player.
We already did. Here we go. Kelly.
Is that a rapper?
Nope.
YouTuber?
Kelly is a former wrestler.
Very
Very good looking.
See, I should have
wrestler.
put that together because who else but wrestling has two names?
Oh, dude.
back to back?
Some of these rap names and pop names now.
True.
Woo. Here we go. Chris Sigler says, I ask my middle school teaching wife
All right, I'll
regularly
turn this back on.
who these people are when listening to new music.
I'm in the same boat.
I'm lost.
I'm like kind of like an old head in a way.
Well, yeah, but I think part of that is you have a great relationship with your grandparents.
Yeah.
Like unbelievable. Like wish I had the same relationship. But like you're a different like there's your generation, but you're like outskirts of your generation.
I'm so out of it.
You've always done your thing.
It's so bad. Like
That's why you're successful.
fashion-wise, I dress like I'm old. My mom tells me I have the worst outfits in the world. She made me go to the outlets when I was in Florida and buy some pants because they were. I've worn the same thing. You could give me a shirt in 2018, I'd still wear it until I'm 50 years old.
Really?
I wear
I
the
can't-
same
I can't say
things
anything.
over and over again.
I can't say
Because like
anything.
once I'm comfortable in something, I'm good. I don't need.
So you
anything
don't
else.
have a problem like at home like I do with just massive amounts of clothes.
No.
Like you have.
I have a ton of clothes for some reason,
Do you really?
like a ton,
And you never wear them.
but I wear the same things over and over again. It's like
Yeah.
a rotation.
That's incredible.
But like my mom tries to help me out. She buys me these like very nice brands of like sweatshirts. and
Sure.
I just don't wear them. Like
Do you have any Youngstown clothing gear?
no,
We got to get you hooked up with some Youngstown clothing
I
gear.
do want some of those because they have some sweet shirts.
And they are comfortable.
yeah, like I like that type of like. I don't think it's not even cotton, is it? Or is it?
I
Cotton?
think it's a blend.
Yeah, it's nice though.
No,
I
it's-
know those shirts. I've seen them.
Matt does an amazing job out there. I'm surprised you never picked up the Canfield State Championship, either the hoodie
Yeah,
or
I
whatever.
haven't gotten anything. I probably should have ordered it.
I think I can probably get a guy to hook you up.
Yeah.
I've got one of each. I got the South Range stuff, and then they came out with the Dan Yeagley shirt, and I was like, well, I'm not missing out on that. The South Range legend. Like, yeah, I could be wearing it right now. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Actually, I'm wearing a Youngstown Pizza Reviews shirt underneath this.
Oh, the Avalon one.
No, the guys, Jeremy and Grace
Okay.
run the Youngstown Pizza Reviews channel, and
Never seen that.
they're phenomenal.
Is it like Dave Portnoy?
Because
I watch those.
comparable.
Talking about YouTube, I watch those nightly.
What the one
Portnoy
white stuff?
pizza reviews.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. We'll get back to Gracie and Jeremy. When you watch those one bite pizza reviews, I have something happen to me that's never happened in my life. I could watch commercials all day. They don't make me hungry. I watch Dave Portnoy chomp down on pizza
Yeah,
and I'm starving.
I'm starving.
And it has to be pizza.
Yeah.
So during the pandemic, do you remember when he did the Jax stuff? Like
Yep.
F Jax and
Yep.
stuff like I think Jax is the best frozen pizza out there.
I haven't had it.
Oh my goodness.
I I've had a couple of different brands of, frozen pizza.
Yeah.
To me, I don't like frozen pizza because they all taste the same.
What?
All of them.
You're eating the wrong frozen pizza,
They
friend.
taste the same. Like I've had 4 or 5. There was one that I had was a little bit different, but they all
Do you just
taste
get
the same.
cheese and pepperoni?
Yeah.
Okay, so you need to grow your palate a little bit. There's the what is it called? Margarita pizza.
What's on that?
It's like a California style pizza.
There's no like pineapple, is there?
There's not. First off, there's nothing wrong with pineapple. So check your tone at the door.
I don't like pineapple.
Secondly, no, there's no pineapple on it
Okay.
that I know of. Margarita pizza is kind of like, I don't know. It's lighter,
Okay.
like a lighter pizza, thin crust. It's very good. But so let me ask you this. You know where I sit when it comes to best pizza in Youngstown, best pizza in the world is in Chicago in the deep dish that we had. Because
That was your favorite.
Oh my gosh.
See, I'm a thin crust guy.
I am too. But if I'm going like pizza, that was basically like lasagna
It
in
was.
pizza form.
Yeah.
But like, I would go if they said, "Hey, I'm bringing you one of those right now," I would eat it.
I would too.
Same with like if you bring me anything from Avalon, manja.
Oh, yeah.
I love Avalon downtown.
I do
Love
too.
it. Love Coca's Pizza. I've never had their wings, and I hear
Coca's?
good things.
Oh, Coca's wings are the best.
Okay, so let me ask you this: back in the day, my generation, we had school pizza.
Yeah.
And there was 2 different pizza days. There was that greasy, like square cut pizza with 1 piece of pepperoni, and you weren't sure how much grease was on the pizza, which I actually liked. And then there was the other day of pizza, which was like the King's Ransom Day, which was French bread pizza day.
What is that?
You don't know French bread pizza?
I don't think so. Let me
You
look it up.
stop it. You don't know French
No.
bread pizza?
No.
Oh,
see.
man.
No. Never had that. Oh, yes. I do know what this is. Yes. I have had that before.
Do you like it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Crunchy is
Oh,
all
yeah.
get out.
Crunchy, yeah.
Love
I
it.
have had that before.
So on a scale
I know
of,
DiGiorno sells that.
they do. And then
Yeah.
they have those little, it's like Hot Pocket trays.
Yep.
And you put them in the freezer. Those are amazing. Like anytime my wife goes to the store, I'm down. Yeah, exactly. Swicka doesn't understand the French bread pizza. What did you think I was talking about? Pizza Hut.
Well, we had Papa John's.
Oh, you guys had to deal with Papa John's.
We had to deal with Papa John's Fridays. And then our other pizza day would be like just some circular pizza. I don't know where they manufacture
like
this
bagel
pizza from.
bites.
But no, not bagel. I know what bagel bites is. But this pizza was just all messed up. It would come in and just be disastrous. Never got that pizza.
What was your favorite day of? You were a buyer, I'm guessing.
I was definitely a buyer.
I was a buyer too. So, what was your favorite day of
Okay.
food at school?
Favorite day ever. They no longer sell this. They no longer manufacture this because I looked to buy them in boxes, ship them to my house so I could eat them. They're called cinnamon pastries. Cinnamon pastries. They used
You
to
can
be.
tell you went to Canfield just by saying that you guys had cinnamon pastries.
Oh, we used to. We don't.
Did your butler deliver it to your table?
Get out of here? Our lunches were expensive.
Yes.
They were very expensive.
Anytime that it doesn't end with pizza, yeah, your lunch is going to be expensive.
Cinnamon pastries. I'm gonna try and get you a picture. Basically, it was just frosting, cinnamon glaze. Like, oh, I gotta find a picture of them.
Glaze on top?
I'll show you. Hold on. It kind of looked like this in a way. That's not.
I got to look this up because people want to know and they want to see it. Cinnamon pastries.
Look up cinnamon pastries. See if you can find it. I can't find it. It was like a pastry almost, but like with cinnamon and oh yeah, Tony's. I think that was it.
Is that
No. This was it. This was it. It looked like this, but there was like cinnamon. with frosting on the top.
Oh wow.
Oh, it was unbelievable. And they used to be cooked. They were hot and fresh.
Basically,
Oh, my
it's
gosh.
diabetes
Oh, yeah. They were
On
so
a-
unhealthy for you.
on a dish.
Actually, I think after the Michelle Obama movement, like making school lunches healthier, they completely abolished the cinnamon pastries. It put this company out of business with them. Well, not out of business. The manufacturer, I think it was Tony's. The company itself didn't go out of business.
They just pulled it.
Yeah, they discontinued that item.
So Sammy says East of Chicago taco pizza deserves to be in the GOAT talk. They make a good taco pizza here with Pizza Joe's. East of Chicago, when we used to get East of Chicago, it was the apple, I think it was apple crumble or apple pie pizza or whatever it was. That was dangerous.
Apple pie pizza.
Dude, it was dangerous.
See,
Because
there's a big argument what should and shouldn't go on pizza.
well, it depends on what pizza you're having. Pizza by itself, in its entirety, is just bread crust, right?
Bread,
Some kind of
sausage,
sauce, and a topping. That is pizza. Like I don't think that there's any like form of, okay, I want cheese pizza. Okay, then everybody knows what you're talking about. But now there's so many people who go, I don't want red sauce. I don't want any sauce.
Yeah, it's
I
like-
want like my
it's like
my
basically having
wife
a flatbread.
loves white pizza, and
Yeah.
but she likes white pizza with like the tomatoes on it, the garlic, all that stuff.
You know who's got really good white pizza? The Golden Dawn.
Sarah, she's probably
They've
salivating right
they've
now,
got really good white pizza.
and she's gonna be pissed because we're gonna be in Akron, and she's gonna. I think she's having leftovers or something, so she's gonna be super mad. She actually probably, you know what she's gonna do? I think I heard her say it. She's gonna have frozen pizza tonight, so she's gonna be super mad that she's pretending to eat white pizza.
See, what's dangerous too about frozen pizza is I could eat that whole box.
Well, you're supposed to,
That's what makes it worse.
but they're at least I think they're cheap. They used to be cheap. Remember, during COVID, they had a pizza shortage.
Yeah. Well, I'm not talking about like the price. I'm talking about the quantity and the calories that you're eating.
Oh yeah, that's dangerous.
It's bad for
Yeah.
you. Like if I'd get a pizza for the family, I'd have 2 or 3 slices.
So what is your go-to? Like when you're like the top of the Giuliano pyramid, like if you're just a go-to meal for you that you can eat it no matter when, where, or how.
Whew. Probably pork chops.
Pork chops?
Yep.
So like at 11:30 at night, you wake up and you're like, I'm gonna make myself pork chop.
Well, I wouldn't make it, but that's a meal. If I didn't have to do anything and it was just sitting there, I could probably eat any time of the day.
Okay, pork chops.
But there's like pretzel crumbs on top of it.
Okay.
That's like my favorite. Like whenever you have like your birthday, dinner where you could pick
You
your own
pick it.
meal,
You go
what I
pork
pick every
chops?
year. Yeah.
And then what's the side dish?
Usually just fruit or something.
Okay.
It's kind of its own meal.
Swicka says spaghetti meatball days with the garlic bread was solid.
Garlic bread to me makes that meal. Like I'm Italian, 50%, obviously with the last name. I don't like pasta that much, which is crazy.
What's your favorite pasta?
Angel hair.
I mean, that's easy.
Yeah.
It has to
Angel
be
hair pasta is
everybody's.
my favorite.
Do you see they got rid of some pasta over the last couple weeks that I never knew existed? So they look like stars. And I guess some people go nuts for them, but they got rid of it.
Is it like kids pasta? Like
No, it's like for adults.
I've never heard
I've
of that.
never, ever in my wildest dreams looked at.
You remember like I don't know if you ever had this when you were kids. Like they were like butter noodles, but like they used to be in like those symbols. They'd have like, circular butter noodles, like star shaped, like and there's just butter and noodles. That's it.
Was your mom just feeding you guys like kid
This is my
cuisine?
grandma.
Your grandma's feeding you kid cuisine
Probably.
with the really crappy brownie.
Let me get you
The brownie tastes like plastic melted.
kind of. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, here they are. Chef Boyardee pasta and butter sauce. That's exactly what it was. You
I've
ever had
never
those?
had that.
No.
Never
They were
had that.
actually really good. But I was also like 8 years old, maybe even younger.
My go-to in our house, in our ecosystem of the Yoakley Manor, is chips and cheese, like nachos.
Okay. I was gonna say chips
All
and cheese.
the-
I thought you were talking about like Lay's chips and cheese. I was
Like, ew,
ugh.
no. Ugh. I mean, I could do chips,
I
but
could do
that
chips with what the heck's that dip? French onion dip.
yeah. Ours is like we have so much shredded cheese in our house because we've got bags and bags and bags of tortilla chips.
Okay.
And
yeah.
It's you throw the chips down on a plate, you throw the cheese right over top of it, you throw it in for a minute.
Ground beef. You ever put ground beef on there?
I put chicken on one time
Okay.
and I threw it off. Like
Really?
I was so disgusted with myself because I love chips and cheese so much. And we call them nachos in our house.
Yeah.
Or
it's
chos,
nachos,
right?
yeah.
So we go, chos. Like last night, couldn't sleep, went down. After I brushed my teeth, I'm sitting there, I'm like, I am starving and I gotta watch Tulsa King. So I had a big plate of nachos. She just got these red, what are they? Pickled red onions that we put on top. Now it's not for everybody, but she kind of exposed me to them because I like pickled eggs. They're not the same taste.
What's pickled eggs?
Pickled eggs. My mouth's watering right now. Hang on. I'm for real. I can't even make this up. So I'm thinking about Chos, man. I'm thinking about Chos and Tulsa King. Pickled eggs. Now you can actually, and Sammy kind of alerted me to this. You can pickle eggs with whatever, but there's beets, and you put beet juice in it, and you pickle the eggs with beet juice, and they turn the eggs pink.
Never even heard of that.
So good. Like 100 times. I used to eat them when I was a kid.
Really?
I thought that they went away. I thought they were like illegal or something. And they're like $1,000. They're $1 billion over at Sparkle. But you go to White House Fruit Farm, they sell them in like by the dozen. They're delicious. They're amazing.
Interesting.
Absolutely.
Never even heard of that.
And Sammy's gonna one up me here and say Doritos with shredded cheese, microwave just enough for the melt. Call it dollar free nachos. It's the ultimate midnight snack.
So my mom used to make a meal out of that in a way where she would just put it on a plate, be those Tostitos chips with ground beef, cheese melted, then a load of lettuce and a load of sour cream.
That's like
And it was our dinner. It was a meal.
that's legit.
Yeah, it was ridiculously good. And then we just stopped doing it for some reason.
We've turned this completely into a food show.
We
And
have.
we're both probably, I mean, you had Subway,
I had Subway.
I had Doyle's. But like we've turned this into a complete food show, and it's a little bit of sports food into it. So let me ask you, here's a question I ask a lot of people now. Do you still do Taco Bell?
I haven't had Taco Bell in a long time, but
Okay.
I would eat it. Yeah.
Okay, so when you go and get your tacos, are you a Supreme taco guy, or you just go bare bones taco and then kind of build it yourself?
I used to pick their specialty. I think they discontinued this as well. It's called a beefy nacho loaded griller. It was like shredded like Fritos.
Oh
with
yeah.
ground beef, melted cheese. I think they had some sort of beans in there, but that was it. It was like in a burrito kind of.
It might be Taco Bell night for us.
It was so good. So good. I've heard that they have really good nacho fries.
I've never had them.
That's what I've heard.
I don't have obviously I try not to eat Taco Bell as much as I used to. My brother-in-law was absolutely like he'd
Mr.
eat
Taco Bell.
He'd eat Taco Bell and he'd feel it for about 3 days.
Yeah.
I'm not that guy. I used to have the iron stomach. He was not. Like the fan was constantly on in the bathroom for him. So I like there's two schools of thought when you go to Taco Bell, because there's me who I want the sour cream in my taco, right? I want that,
Yeah.
the loaded Supreme, whatever you call it. And then there's the person that like can't touch sour cream, can't touch,
I used to be that person.
you don't like sour cream.
I do now.
Okay.
But when I was a kid, I used to be, plain Jane.
Yeah.
Just like, give me the
Well, that's
cheese,
any kid.
give me the meat.
Yeah.
I'm good. That's all I want.
Not even lettuce.
I didn't like lettuce until I was like 20. I didn't start eating salads until like I was 20 years
What
old.
made you eat a salad?
I don't know. I guess just my like taste buds have completely changed.
Yep.
And one time I had a salad because my mom was like, just eat the salad. Like it was just a side. And I'm like, this actually isn't as bad as I thought.
No.
And then I started really getting a taste for Caesar salad.
Oh yeah.
Caesar salad's my favorite salad.
It's the king.
It's the only salad you could ever eat.
Speaking of king, Supreme is king, says Switka. He says chili cheese burrito is nice. Chicken quesadilla with extra sauce. I would love to hear Quinn's order on this subject. Quinn, I can't imagine his order at a Taco Bell. You and I have seen him at a Burger King, and it's like Burger King has a rather plain Jane menu.
Yeah.
Or they're trying to evolve it. Quinn has done things to McDonald's orders that are borderline illegal in like 36 states. Like I've seen him stack McChickens and McDoubles and like buffalo sauce and fries together like this high and then eat it. And then he's still not thick at all. He's
No.
just I think he's got
Yeah.
jaundice, but but other than that,
I was worried when he was drinking like 3
Mountain
Mountain
Dews.
Dews an hour.
so I might have been kind of guilty of kind of pushing him into that because he wanted to have like it was around the world or something, or
It
he
was
had to get
around the country. You had to have 50 Mountain Dew cans that were produced in every state, and he was like nominated to.
Did he ever
win
make it?
something. No, I
oh,
don't think so.
his whole skin turned green.
Because like if you won the contest, I think it was like Mountain Dew for life. Because you like put in like a raffle.
That's like getting sentenced to death though. Like
Yeah,
because
pretty much.
Mountain Dew, like I love it.
Yeah.
I haven't touched it for probably 4 months because the sugar is through the roof.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like it's a bottle of coma is what it is.
I like sweet tea.
Oh yeah.
Big sweet tea guy, but I've really started to kind of degress my way
Scale her down.
because it is bad for you. Like
McDonald's sweet tea is whoa.
the sugar in it alone, like, is crazy.
Yeah.
It's like I was looking at a container the other day. It was like half a liter. It's like 26 grams of sugar. Like,
Oh, yeah.
per serving.
Yep.
It's like
And a
8
serving,
servings of
yeah,
that thing.
and a serving's like a regular cup, not like the cups you and I do. Like
Yeah.
it's a regular cup. You don't do coffee, do you?
I don't like coffee.
Okay, so but
I-
you like tea.
I like tea. My grandpa can drink coffee at any time of the day. It'd be like we would sit down. It'd be 9 o'clock at night. He's like, "You got decaf coffee?" I'm like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "It's 9 o'clock at night. Who has decaf coffee?" And they always have it for some reason.
Decaf coffee to me is like O'Doul's, like non-alcoholic beer.
Ugh.
Like if I'm drinking coffee, it's to wake me up
yeah,
or warm me up, right? It's never to just because I like
Enjoy.
the taste of it.
yeah.
At night, I will admit this. At night, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night, I crave coffee because
Really.
it's the energy. It's the I don't know the I almost said morphine. That's not the word. it's the excitement. I mean, like first thing I do in the morning, coffee. Like boom, coffee machine. I'll pour mine. I'll pour my wife's, and like I'm ready to go for the day. Like some days it's better than others. From that standpoint, we're trying all these non-sugar creamers, but like for me, there's nothing better than coffee with. First off, Dunkin' coffee. If they've got a blueberry shot, I'm all over it. Now, I don't know if there's sugar in it.
Iced
but-
coffee.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Iced coffee is like anytime out of the morning, I'll do iced coffee. But even like when it's warm, I still like hot coffee for some reason in the morning.
I didn't realize how expensive coffee was. Like,
Is it?
If you go into Starbucks,
Oh, well, yeah.
I was like, these people are paying like $9.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What?
And yeah, it's bad. And they've come out and said it. They burn their coffee on purpose because they want that taste to it, and people are accustomed to that taste. My wife has changed over cold turkey during the week, so I guess it's really not cold turkey, but black coffee. I can't do it. I can't do it to save my life.
Yeah. I've tried coffee. Like I thought as time went on, kind of like my taste buds changed with
You
like
still might.
lettuce. I tried it the other day. I was like, it's awful.
Yeah.
Like I just don't like coffee.
I'll give you. Well, when we go to Myrtle, she makes good coffee. So we'll make a pot and you can try it down there.
I'll try it.
With the creamer and stuff. Because that's the thing we got to talk about, dude. So let's talk about our travel, because we just kind of went on Priceline and we were just kicking around to kind of finish out the show. So we're going to Memphis, right, with YSU baseball. First off, we go to Vegas.
We'll be so Vegas. What is that, next weekend?
Next weekend.
Next weekend.
Birthday weekend, baby.
Yeah. That'll be crazy.
Oh man, I'm excited. I'm gonna miss my family.
Yeah.
And it would be different. I wouldn't be half as excited if I wasn't out there with you guys.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be half as excited. You, Ty, and Sammy.
Oh boy.
Sammy's gonna show us all the Taco Bells in Vegas. But I'll tell you what, Sammy knows he knows his food. The only thing that kind of sucks with Sammy is that we can't have shellfish. But I don't know how much shellfish you'd want to eat in Vegas anyway. I want a steak.
I don't. Yeah, shellfish. Nah, probably like Florida. If I'm in Florida.
Do you like shrimp?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you can't have that around Sammy.
Okay.
But I'd rather have Sammy around than have shrimp. It's not the end of the world. And
Shrimp.
we'll just put him at another table and we'll bring the shrimp over. And then when we're done, he can come back over.
What else is under that banner? Just shrimp and
crab.
shellfish?
I think shellfish. That's.
I don't know.
He'll tell us. He knows. He had a whole thing. We were close quarters at Hogan's, and I was gonna have the shrimp tacos, and I flipped over to the grouper tacos, and I had grouper for the first time. Have you had grouper?
Oh yeah.
It's good.
Oh yeah.
Little bit
Did you have
slimy.
the skin on the bottom?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I mean, when you go to Florida, they tell you, right? There's 17 different ways to order fish.
You can blacken it. You
grill
it. You could fry it in a way.
Yep, that's what they said too.
You could have it with the skin underneath, skinless.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
He said that, and I was like, wow, man. In Ohio, we don't have that many options. This is a Red Lobster, pal. I don't know. Shrimp, lobster, crab, and crawfish.
I feel bad for Sam because I love seafood.
So does he.
Oh.
He developed it just all of a sudden.
Oh.
I hope this isn't some HIPAA violation, by the way. Sigler says blackened all day.
See, I go the other way. I don't like my fish blackened. I just like it grilled.
There was a joke right there, and I'm not gonna go down that road. There was that's what she said. Bill right into Sigler's, and I'm just not gonna do it. I went grilled.
Yeah.
And it was good.
Grilled's solid.
But a grouper, if you go Google grouper right now, it's a big fish.
So huge.
Humongous.
Absolutely huge. Same thing. If you look up a mahi,
oh yeah,
they're like this big.
Yep. And I've been obsessed. We've been watching a lot, a lot of TV lately, more than we're used to because we're usually round the clock. But now that's what'll be my spark today. But we've been watching Swamp People, and they do the catfish.
Okay.
Right. Well, they do gators. Because we're gonna get some gator. You had gator bites when we were in.
I have had gator. Yeah.
You had the gator bites, right?
Gator bites.
Did you have actual gator before?
I've had actual gator,
but
it's
jealous.
fried.
I'm so jealous. Gator. I'm so jealous of that.
See, to me, it just tasted like chicken.
Now I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
Because I thought there was gonna be some super. Were you excited to order it?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Well, it's a limited menu and it's expensive.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Where did you have it?
I had it once in Florida. Which makes sense.
Damn it. They told me that I wasn't going to get gator in Florida. We were in New Orleans.
Where were you at?
We were in Tampa. Should have had gator bites.
Yeah,
Hulk Hogan, he could wrestle a gator.
Yeah, you could easily get gator in Florida. It's the most popular state for a gator.
No, it's not.
They're the Florida Gators.
Damn it.
It's called the Swamp.
Point taken. I thought, like, you don't think New Orleans is more for Gators?
That you could argue that, yeah. Because when we were in New Orleans, that was
Or Louisiana. I shouldn't say New Orleans.
that was eye opening. You're like driving and there's like water on the highway.
That was terrifying.
That was crazy.
I still have it there with like the banjo music playing.
Yeah.
That was absolutely terrifying.
Well, when we were driving down some of those back streets to get to that one, we were at some fast food place, Sonic.
Yeah.
We went through Sonic. We're driving down the road. It's like a river. Like, what is going on?
There's no doubt that we passed a gator we didn't know.
Yeah.
There's
they're
no
just
doubt.
Probably sitting on. Well, actually, too, another point. It's called in Florida, if you drive from 41, which is Naples across the state east to Miami, it's called Gator Alley.
We need to go there.
Yeah, it's called Gator Alley. It's a long stretch, a lot of miles across, almost like the Everglades. That's why I Florida too. Like the Everglades is.
Nobody
all
else will do
gators.
this with me, and I'm scared to do it, but I want to do it because I've been watching so much Swamp People.
Yeah.
You want to go kill a gator?
Where?
I don't care. I want.
So you can't go in the Everglades and kill a gator because it's a national park. You'll get arrested.
Only if they catch us.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, really cool experience I had when I was down there.
It's not like
I
anybody's
went-
watching this show anyway.
I went on well, 6 people are watching. Siggy's one of them. I went on a fan boat in the Everglades. And these pathways they have are about as wide as the fan boat. You could almost put your hand out and you're scraping the Everglades.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and then they stop you with this fan boat that's like about this high off the water, and there's gators everywhere, like along the side, and we're stopped. I'm like, dude, keep this thing going, because if this thing like jumps up here, what the heck am I gonna do?
There is a 100% chance that Donnie Farron is going to watch this and say, "Bull, you know what? He's got video of me jumping from a gator. That gator, I swear to you, was 11 foot, and it was we were golfing." And dumb me, before I was educated by the Swamp People, I thought if this gator comes at me, this 9-iron is going right on its head.
Oh, that'll do nothing.
They literally shoot the gator in the head. The skull chips away. It goes in your skin on the ricochet. There's and you need to educate yourself and watch the gators, as my wife would say. There is a quarter-sized hole in the back of their skull that you can shoot and kill the gator.
Really?
Yep, that's like the only way to kill a gator.
Huh.
And we're gonna do it, Richie.
All right.
We're gonna go down to Louisiana.
We're gonna poach a gator.
We're gonna get a gator. We're gonna bring it back. We're gonna hang it right there.
We got to make it legal though.
Why are you're all about this legality stuff?
Well, you know how like I don't want to say like the wildlife in certain areas are so protected, they almost have more rights than humans do
Sure.
in a way. Like if we would poach a gator in like a national park when we weren't threatened, we're like going to be like facing like federal charges.
You remember going down to Louisiana, right?
Oh, I remember.
If you can find one law-abiding citizen down there,
That's a
you
good
let me
point.
know. You just gotta,
Bourbon Street's a different animal. That's if there's a lawyer on Bourbon Street, he's gonna be busy.
your eyes were saucers on Bourbon Street. It was awesome.
I mean, like, I won't get into many
No.
details, but, like,
That's Youngstown After Dark. We'll
Yeah.
have to do that one night. It's time for we didn't even take a break today. That's all right because we talked about food. Now that we're all starving, I just want some gator. If you got gator, send it our way. Like not just like a real gator. Like prepare us if it's a real gator because I'll still kill it. But if you got, I want to know people's experience with gator. Like you said chicken,
just
and it
tastes
bothered
like
me.
chicken.
I was hoping it would be more like a venison steak. I'm kind of disappointed. Chicken. All right, it is the Joe Dickey Electric. What's Your Spark? Presented by Joe Dickey Electric. Anything commercial, residential, anything electrical, anything that zaps you or gets you going. Call or visit DickeyElectric.com. All right, what is your spark, Mr. Giuliano?
I feel like going to Hoban tonight's my spark because like I've been ready all day for this.
You came
Trying to
in.
get primed, and I made this new spreadsheet.
You're such a nerd. I love it.
Siggy sent us a spreadsheet the other day, scoring games. I made this. We'll see how it goes.
You guys are such nerds. I love it.
We are.
You're such nerds. Always trying to level up the bar, and here I am just dirt.
Talking about Gator.
Talking about Gator. Phone booth. The stop and go. Mine is going to be, I found this show, and I'm not an avid television watcher other than sports the most of the time, and Steve Harvey. But Tulsa King. You said you watched like 3 episodes of it.
I watched 3 free episodes, yeah.
It's on Paramount Plus, which we get. I got it for Beavis and Butthead, but pleasantly surprised with Maverick and now Tulsa King. I'm hooked. I'm sad that I watched all 9 episodes. I was up to 4. I told you I was up to 4 in the morning because I couldn't stop.
Yeah, that's how those shows go. I watched Yellowstone. I probably watched during COVID 6 episodes. I watched in a day.
Yeah, it
was bad.
I had so I'm like, okay, if I'm going to watch TV, I'm going to work while I do it.
Yep.
I get my laptop out, throw it up, and I'm trying to do this Coach's Corner, and all of a sudden I typed Columbiana, Ohio, and then when I closed it, it still said Columbiana, Ohio. I didn't type one keystroke from the beginning to the end. I just kept hitting. I got up, I got water. I mean, all the other stuff. It was Tulsa King is legit.
Yeah, it is good.
I love it. I love it on so many different levels. If you've never seen it, you need to check it out. Check out Tulsa King on Paramount Plus. They're not paying us to say that. It's just a damn good show. Really, really good show. Cannot wait to start Yellowstone whenever the bride has some time and we can sit down and do it, because I've heard nothing but good things. But I heard it's very long. So
great storyline though.
Yeah,
that's what makes it good.
Tulsa King, they're like 36 minutes,
and there's a lot of action in them.
Oh yeah. And Yellowstone or Tulsa King?
Both.
Yeah, Tulsa King. There's ridiculous. It's the mob, which I've become so infatuated with, but it's different. It's like different territories playing against each other. So that's gonna do it for our show. We will be with you tomorrow, most likely, because of the snow. You'll probably be remote. You're not coming down here. I wouldn't want you. I mean, I want you here, but don't get me wrong. Like, I'd rather be safe than sorry. Richie, any last words?
Go Knights.
Go Knights. We will be going tonight to see the Knights literally right now. So that's going to do it for our show today. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you had a good time. Hope you can go get some food because you're probably starving listening to us. We will catch you tomorrow, 3 to 4, right here on the network. For more information, go to ysnlive.com/live. Peace. YSN thanks you for